Hey everyone, Matthew here. Welcome back to the channel. Great to have you with me, as always. I hope you're all having an amazing Wednesday. It is January 7th, 2026, and you're tuned into the Daily Nasdaq Futures Recap, where we break down the macro backdrop, track real-time order flow, and walk through every single trade executed by our algorithmic system. Let's jump straight into today's action. Market news and economic landscape. Today's session was packed with key economic data. At 8:15 a.m., ADP non-farm employment change. At 10 a.m., factory orders and ISM non-manufacturing business activity, followed by JOLTS job openings. There were no major tech earnings scheduled after the closing bell. Overnight session. When futures reopened at 6 p.m., price action initially dipped, signaling some early weakness. However, the move lacked follow-through and did not meet our system's entry criteria. The remainder of the overnight session stayed relatively quiet, with limited directional conviction. Morning session and U.S. Open. As the European session came online, futures rolled over once again, triggering a short entry from our robot. At 8:15 a.m., ADP non-farm employment change came in at 41,000, stronger than the prior reading of minus 29,000. The market responded to the upside, and our system flipped into a long position. At the 9:30 a.m. U.S. Open, volatility picked up significantly. Intel surged nearly 6%, while AMD and Nvidia showed relative weakness. Tesla continued to struggle near the 430 level. During this volatility, our long position was stopped out for a loss of $65. Shortly after, our robot re-entered a long position, which was later closed for a profit. Mid-morning data and volatility. At 10 a.m., a cluster of economic data hit the tape. Factory orders fell 1.3%, down from 0.1%. ISM non-manufacturing business activity rose to 56, up from 54.5. JOLTS job openings declined to 7.146 million, down from 7.449 million. Following the data release, the market became increasingly choppy. Our system entered a short position, but as price quickly reversed higher, that trade was closed for a loss and immediately followed by a long entry. At that point, realized losses stood at $97, while unrealized gains were $58. Meanwhile, oil prices moved lower, precious metals and Bitcoin pulled back, and the Nasdaq Futures Index remained range-bound, rallying toward 25,998 before fading back to 25,820. Before midday, our long position was closed for a profit, reducing the realized loss to $58. Afternoon session and into the close. During the afternoon session, overall market tone weakened. Bitcoin dropped toward the 91,000 level, adding pressure across risk assets. Our robot capitalized on the downside with a profitable short trade. Heading into the closing bell, a couple of additional trades helped grind higher, ultimately bringing the session to a realized profit of $8. Summary and key takeaways. To wrap things up, today was a highly data-driven session, led primarily by ISM and labor market releases. We saw early upside momentum during the morning hours, followed by fading strength and increased volatility into the afternoon. Despite the choppy conditions, our algorithmic system navigated the environment effectively and managed to finish essentially flat on the day. Thank you for tuning in and being part of this daily journey. I'm Matthew, wishing you all an amazing evening. I'll see you tomorrow for the next recap.